What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about best places to buy statues. Where do I buy my statues? Where do you go to find statues that are long sold out, and so forth? Because this is a question over the last 7-8 years I've been doing YouTube and a collector that people are constantly asking me. People always asking, is this website legit? Which ones do you use? And so forth. So I wanted to talk a few specific retailers, main distributors and statue companies that I buy from, that I have had good customer service and, good aftercare service, shipping and whatnot. So first, let's talk about the main players, main websites, and I'll leave a link in the description below of each of these websites and whatnot. So first you have the main players, the main big distributor, statue company of them all. It's called Sideshow Collectibles. Now, Sideshow, 5 years ago, they were like the #1 company. They produced the best statues. They had they were just #1 in overall. I feel like over time, their quality, like their statues are more mediocre. They don't do anything really super high end anymore. So right now, none of their statues honestly interest me, but I still do own a lot of Sideshow classics, like that Jack Sparrow. All these are like old school Sideshow classics, except for the Harry Potter. All my Lord of the Rings, these are Sideshow classics. Some of their old best pieces they've ever done, every one of those are all Sideshow Collectible statues. And they're all awesome. They are definitely outdated when you compare to like Prime One, Queen Studios, and whatnot. But for old school, 5-10-year-old statues, they're still amazing. And Sideshow themselves has the best customer service, the best shipping time, the best overall. Their website's the best. It's less glitchy. It's easy to search for statues. They update you when statues are delayed. At least they used to, not anymore. At least I notice not as often. But I've been ordering through Sideshow for many years, and they generally always take care of you. If you get a damaged statue, they will usually offer one of three things. You will get a small partial refund if it's just, like a little scrape, and, they'll offer that. And it's usually anywhere from 5 to 10% of the statue. It varies really on the amount of damage. They will offer a replacement part if they have one. And that's probably 50-50 they have it. Depends how long the statue's been out, the edition size. But generally, they can get you a replacement part. Or they can do a full replacement of the statue, where you will either A, destroy your statue, or B, ship it back to them. I have shipped statues back to them, and I have destroyed statues. So I've done both with Sideshow. And as soon as you showed them evidence of the destroyed statue, or they receive the statue back, they will ship you a new one after they quality have checked the replacement to ensure there's no issues with that one. And then the other alternative is you just return it for a full refund if you're just, not happy. You can return a statue after you've gotten it if you just don't want it anymore, although you will lose, I believe, I haven't actually done this, but I think you lose the original shipping and possibly a deposit. I haven't actually done it. But I know you can return a statue, get your money back, minus, I think, the shipping and possibly a deposit. And deposits are 10%, and they're non-refundable with Sideshow, unless there's a 3-month delay. So generally, you'll get one freebie where you can cancel, get your money back. After that, if it's delayed more than 3 months, you can get your money back due to the delay. And that's one thing I really love about Sideshow, because most other companies will not give you a refund of a deposit. No matter the delay, they'll be like, sorry, this is a non-refundable deposit. But Sideshow does do that, which is awesome because most statues do get delayed. Very rarely do they ship on time. So having that ability to get your deposit back with them is amazing. Now, Sideshow used to not charge tax, but now they do charge tax, for me at least. That's more of a state thing, but they do charge me tax 7%. So I only really go through them for exclusives, and if it really is cheaper, because they do have great shipping rates compared to most other companies. So Sideshow, I would say, is the go-to for most collectors due to customer service, cheaper shipping rates, and overall they carry many products, not just Sideshow products. They carry Prime One, Infinity Studios. They carry a lot. They don't carry XM or Queen Studios or some Infinity products, but for the most part, they carry pretty much everything. So again, I'll leave a link in the description below for Sideshow's website. You can click and, see their different products and whatnot, but Sideshow is the best, without a doubt, when it comes to customer service and website and taking care of you. The other major players, you have XM Studios. Now, XM won't sell to US customers. They don't have the license. So you have to go through a third-party retailer, and I'll advise those in a little bit. Prime One Studios, you can order direct, 99.9% of the products. Some they don't have the licensing for. So those you will have to go through a third party, which I'll mention later. But Prime One, they ship out of China. So shipping to the US at least, and now Europe, they have economy and standard. Standard is 2 to 3 weeks. Economy generally was 1 to 3 months, but right now, due to the ports being clogged, it's taking more than 3 months. That's not normal, I will say. In the past, it's only taken usually a month and a half once they shipped it for me to get it. Or right now, I'm sitting at 3 months for my Raptor 1.6. I know it's at the port, it's just clogged up, so it's not Prime One's fault. It is the LA port's fault. You can blame the LA ports. But Prime One, their customer service is okay. It's not the best. I've had some issues with statues, and they basically blamed me and wanted to charge me a buttload to get a replacement. So I wasn't too happy about that. Other times they had me destroy a statue and they shipped me a new one. And I've only had a few issues with some of their statues, not a lot, because I haven't been ordering from them super long, because usually I'd go through Sideshow. But I have found as of late that sometimes you can do economy shipping, get it before Sideshow gets it, and it might even be cheaper because there's no tax. So it really varies. Like Red Sonja is actually cheaper through Sideshow with shipping and tax, where Prime One is more expensive. But most other products, really depends. The bigger ones, you might want to go through Sideshow and just pay the tax, because shipping will be significantly cheaper even than economy. So Prime One overall is, one of my favorite companies. So they're my go-to for most of my statues. I freaking love Prime One. Although some of their QC has been going downhill as of recent years, where sometimes you get a product, you're like, wait, seriously, how'd this pass QC? QC stands for quality control. Where there's a paint issue or a part doesn't fit, a peg doesn't fit, stuff like that, which is very crucial to statues. Now, you don't want something with a big, where an arm doesn't even fit in the body. So Prime One has been going downhill, but they're still, in my opinion, the best studio out there. Then you have Queen Studios, which you can't order direct right now. Infinity Studios, you want to go through a retailer. They don't sell direct. So really, Prime One and Sideshow are the direct sources. When you want to forego going through a retailer, you just want to order direct. Now, there's advantages to using a retailer, without a doubt. I would say most of the time, you can get the product cheaper. You're also supporting a local business. But I generally would go through one for the cheaper product. Usually it's going to be about 5 to 10% cheaper. Shipping varies. It can be more expensive. It can be cheaper. The one slight disadvantage I would say to a retailer is it generally will take longer to get the product, because they import it via a boat, like large container. They have to fill up that entire container before they ship it to the States. And so sometimes your product will be ready, but their container isn't full, so you have to wait for other products to release for them to fill the container. It's just part of the process, and that's why sometimes it can take months and months and months for you to get your product when others have already gotten it. You will save some money, you're supporting a local business, but you do have to wait for their container to be filled, and then the boat, which usually takes a month to month and a half to arrive in the US, and now because of the ports, it's taking even longer. And Sideshow also is having the port issues as well, just so you're aware. But I really have 3 different retailers I use. So a big known one is Big Bad Toy Store. I don't use them a lot because they do charge tax, but they do have a flat rate $4 shipping. And when they do that, they generally also raise the price of the statue to accommodate the fact that you're paying $4 for shipping, to really kind of offset it. But some products where shipping would be $500-$600, it really makes up for it, because they may up the price $200, charge you the $4 for shipping, but overall you're going to pay significantly less than even other retailers who might charge you the $500 or $600 for shipping. So that is one huge advantage to Big Bad Toy Store. They also do have good customer service, great website. So I don't have a lot on pre-order with them. I actually only have one statue right now, but I have used them quite a bit in the past. So overall, they carry a ton of products though, which is awesome. So Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. The other one is Spec Fiction. Now, Spec Fiction is who I use for Queen Studios, XM Studios, and a few other various products. You know, like I got XM Alien, XM Predator from Spec Fiction. I've gotten a plethora of my Queen Studios from him, pretty much almost, I think, all of them, except for, you know, a few others. But I got Thanos through him, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Black Panther, all through Spec Fiction. So his website's in the link in the description below. It's run by Todd Johnson out of California. He generally has very good shipping rates, good customer service. He'll respond within usually 24 hours. If you email or, you know, even just message him on Facebook. But he does carry a lot of products. Sometimes he can even find products. If you message, hey, can you find this? Sometimes he can do that, which is awesome. You know, and customer service, similar to, you know, other companies, he will actually offer to fix a part for you if you have an issue. He will offer to pay for shipping, ship it to a repair artist, repair it, and then have it shipped back to you, and he'll cover all costs, which is awesome. Because I don't know pretty much of any other retailer that will do that. And then also he can, you know, get replacement parts, and he'll do a partial refund if you have issues, you know, just like any other retailer will do. But overall, I haven't had any issues with Spec Fiction. He's been great to me, and I'll continue buying from him. I do have multiple statues on pre-order with him right now, and so I'll continue to use him because he has been great to me. The other main retailer I've used over the last 8+ years is Secret Compass. They're out of Fort Collins, Colorado. I believe they're a comic statue shop, but they're a big retailer for a lot of statues. I've used Secret Compass because they've given me some of the best prices for statues over the course of years with good customer service. Probably bought in over 50 statues through him. And it's been great so far. He has been taking a little bit longer to get me some statues because of port delays, container delays, and whatnot. But I do have about 10+ statues on pre-order through Secret Compass. Usually Prime One Studios Sideshow products. If there's not an exclusive, then I'll usually do Secret Compass over Sideshow just because he'll get it to me cheaper and just as fast. Because the moment Sideshow gets it, he actually gets it because Sideshow just ships it for him. So I just use Secret Compass because it's cheaper. So I've been using Secret Compass for pretty much like all my Iron Studios statues and some other statues. But yeah, Secret Compass is another great one. They can take a little bit longer, but they will get you your product at the end of the day. So yeah, I pretty much used them for every one of those. The majority of these, a lot of my Sideshow products have come from Secret Compass. So that is the other main retailer I would say you can definitely rely upon and use. Decent website, not my favorite, especially on the mobile device. The other place I would say you can find statues is Facebook. There's different Facebook sellers. One, Anton Wu. He's probably the most popular and used one just because he can find old sold out products. He ships very quick, good customer service and communication. As you know, I recently got my Aquaman through Anton Wu and it went great. So Anton Wu's definitely probably your best go-to for Facebook sales. And then obviously eBay, you know, is a great place to find the sold out products. Used eBay many, many times. So there are other retailers out there. I've just never used them, so I can't comment on them. I know like Comic Concepts, GFX something, like distribution. I've never used those companies, so I can't comment on customer service or even if they fulfill the orders, because you also have to be very careful because some companies are out there to really just scam you and screw you over. So I would only use companies that are reputable, people can vouch, like multiple people can vouch for. So definitely be careful you go to some fishy website and pre-order something. When I first got into collecting, I pre-ordered Goro PCS 1/4 through some random website, and they ended up scamming me. I was able to get my money back through my bank, but they never delivered, and they tried stealing $500 from me. Even on eBay, you got to be careful. Never, ever, ever pre-order a statue on eBay. Only buy if it's in stock. If it's a pre-order, especially if it's a year out, I can guarantee you you're going to get scammed. Because after 6 months or like 90 days, you pretty much are screwed. They don't have to fulfill that order. And technically, it's not legal for them to even do pre-orders unless it's within 30 days, according to eBay policy. So do not pre-order a statue unless it's shipping within 30 days. If they don't ship after 30 days, open a PayPal claim and eBay claim immediately. Because I have been scammed on eBay where it was a pre-order shipping a year later, and the person stopped communicating and they stole 120 bucks off me. So definitely watch out for that, folks. Do not get scammed on eBay, because there is a lot, especially when it's the pre-order saying shipping next year. They have no obligation to ship that to you after the eBay like 90 days and 6 month PayPal. So be very, very careful. But yeah, that's really what there is to know. A lot of people use Facebook to buy statues and sell statues, eBay, but those main retailers, I would say, are the big ones that I personally have used and had, no major issues with. So there's a lot of other retailers out there, but, I haven't used them, so I can't comment. Even DBZ retailers, there's quite a few, but I haven't used them, and I've also heard horror stories, so I don't go through them. Lately, even Anime Collect has been having tons of horror stories, so I am going to avoid them for sure. Because anytime you hear these horror stories, it's a big red flag in my book. Anyways, folks, if any of you have some retailers that you would like to mention that you use that you've had success with, definitely feel free to vouch for them in the description below. I just personally have never used them, so I can't vouch for them. I don't vouch for someone unless I've used them. So I'm just vouching for the companies that I've mentioned. These are the ones I've used that I have had success with, and I continue to use because of that success and the customer service I've received. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.